I am here at the Dickerson Park Zoo with my good friend Joey Powell. And one really cool thing about the zoo is that they help rehabilitate and support rescued animals. So Joey, tell me how this process works.
Well, we are standing in our raptor rehab, and we will have animals brought in from Missouri Department of Conservation agents, but a lot of times just from concerned citizens who will find one. And so what we have here, we are looking at an orphaned Cooper's hawk.
Cooper's hawk.
Yes,
okay.
so this little guy was brought in and really just needed to learn to fly and to hunt, which those are the two things that a raptor has to be able to do to be released.
Yeah.
So the big thing when we have ones come in like this is, one, if you find a baby, we encourage people, if you find one, chances are it's not orphaned. And so just leave them there. Leave wildlife. If it's a bird that's on the ground, chances are mom and dad are close by. But since this little guy was brought in, we are doing everything to make sure that he's going to be able to be released back into the wild.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with that point, so you guys kind of have like a twofold here. So sometimes you will release them back into the wild, but sometimes you make their forever home here at the zoo. So if you release them back into the wild, tell me how that works.
Well, one, it never gets old. It's the coolest thing to see. So a raptor's brought in, and let's say that it has an injury. Our incredible veterinary staff will take care of it. Sometimes it requires surgery. Sometimes it just needs a chance to grow, to gain strength.
Yeah.
But once they can fly and once they can hunt, then we will take them to a field. A lot of times we try to take them back where they were found. That's the goal. And we'll have it in a crate. We'll drive there, or if it's on behind zoo grounds, we'll just kind of walk there. You get down and we open the crate up, and a lot of times they just shoot right out and fly away. Sometimes they need a little bit of coaxing, and we kind of help them out a little bit, but then they realize that where they are, and they're able to fly back and then resume their life.
Yeah.
And that's the coolest thing to be able to see.
Absolutely. It sounds like a beautiful process. Now, something else just really awesome you guys do is sometimes you take those rescued animals and use them for education purposes. So let's go check out some stuff over at your education center.
Got some to show you. Let's do it.
Okay, Joey, so we just left Raptor Rehab, but here's the thing. So we talked about how over in Raptor Rehab, you guys release most of those birds back into the wild, which is amazing. But sometimes you guys take in animals and the zoo becomes their permanent home. So tell me about this guy behind us.
Well, this is Truman. He is a bald eagle, and he was brought to Raptor Rehab. He actually had to have a wing amputated because of his injuries, and which obviously then made him unreleasable. He is not able to fly, but he was a great candidate for our education program. So he was, our keepers worked with him, the education keepers and the veterinary staff, and now he's got caregivers that will actually take him on programs. Eagle Days are coming up in the winter. A lot of people look forward to Eagle Days, and he's a wonderful, wonderful ambassador to his species, obviously the symbol of our nation. And people can learn a lot about the eagle success story because they were once on the endangered species list, and Dickerson Park Zoo played a big part in removing the eagle from that list. So he's one of the success stories. He was not able to be re-released, but he's being cared for and rescued here from the zoo.
Yeah, absolutely, which is perfect, and you're giving him such a good life here. Now, for people that are unfamiliar, tell me a little bit more about your education programs here.
Yeah, so our education programs are classes that go from kids all the way from age 2 up to age 18. And something that I always like to remind people is they're year-round. In the summertime, people think, oh, summer camp. Our classes go year-round, and a lot of times when Springfield Public Schools is having a day off, we will have classes, so you've got a place to bring the kids. But for the 2-year-olds, our creature features and our zoo tots, they last about 45 minutes. And then when you get to the older kids, it might be a 2 to 3 day or a week-long camp.
Okay, perfect. Lots of exciting things always happening over here at the zoo. So Joey, if people want more information about your education programs or just want to come visit the zoo, how can they get that information?
Go to dickersonparkzoo.org, and there's also a great section just on our conservation efforts and our raptor rehab, and you can register for your education classes there.
All right, Joey, thank you so much. For all of our viewers, you have to come and check out the amazing efforts being done over here at the Dickerson Park Zoo.